And welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com.
The Arja Gleaner Communications Group has been plunged into mourning after 77-year-old journalist Barbara Gayle's body was found in her home in Caymanas Estate, St. Catherine, Tuesday morning.
Ms. Gayle, who worked at the Gleaner Company for several decades, was found with stab wounds all over her body and a severe wound to her head.
Kelisha Williams picks up the story.
This camera footage showed the last time 77-year-old journalist Barbara Gayle was seen alive around 3 o'clock Monday afternoon. For about 2 minutes, she was actively engaged in a conversation with a young man on her veranda. But by Tuesday morning, clear signs that something dark and disturbing had taken place at her house in the quiet Caymanas Estate Country Club in St. Catherine.
Sometime after 10, residents who are used to a routine coming out in the mornings to check on them and to call to them, they never saw that usual activity, and so some residents went to check on her where the lifeless body was discovered.
Head of the Area 5 Police, SSP Christopher Phillips, said Miss Gayle was stabbed multiple times. Miss Gayle's car and cell phone are also missing.
We commit to giving our best effort to solving this case. In the same time, I'd want to use the opportunity to appeal to residents once more to be extremely vigilant.
Residents, in reflecting on the good neighbor Miss Gayle was, told TVJ News that while there were several break-ins in the community 2 years ago, things have been relatively calm in recent times. At the same time, they're questioning how the criminals could have entered the gated community.
Because the security control at the main gate is very good, because I remember coming in and leaving, didn't have my ID, and they refused to let me in. I stayed home to work today. When I heard, I just could not lift a paper because, I can't believe she's really gone. I don't know who would want to kill such a wonderful person.
That aside, the tragedy has left the entire media fraternity in mourning. Her colleagues at the Gleaner Company are also traumatized. Miss Gayle, who was a veteran court reporter since 1968, was remembered as a stalwart in the industry with several awards and accolades.
I was driving. I was on Constant Spring Road, and for a few seconds, I couldn't remember where I was because I got a call and I answered, and I just lost it. I couldn't remember. I had to pull over.
I was shocked. Didn't believe it.
Barbara Gayle spent several decades inside this newsroom. In fact, this is where she sat for many years. And although she retired, she continued to make a valuable contribution to the Gleaner Company and influenced many of her colleagues here.
Members of the team who are now covering court, who have tried to fill her shoes and are doing an admirable job in filling her shoes. She's the one who has provided guidance to them straight throughout.
She was always somebody had this wry smile, that mischievous smile, and when she talked to you, there's just a twinkle in her eyes. She was an easygoing person, somebody you could have a conversation with at ease, no problem whatsoever.
She took me under her wings and taught me some of the basics and fundamental of journalism, but also court reporting in particular. And our relationship flourished from then until I joined the Gleaner in 2013 to this very day. Yesterday, I was calling Barbara.
Kelisha Williams, TVJ News.